Welcome to Win the Day from Back to the Bible. I'm your coach, Pastor Nat, and today we're going to talk about how Jesus is the door. Because I often travel to new places in both heavily populated and rural areas, I often rely on maps. I need my GPS. You see, I need to know the way to make it to each destination. If my GPS said, "Just drive, Nat, you'll get there eventually," I would pull over and ask for help. I simply know that any way is not true. Well, this is a lot like our lives with Christ. Many people think it's ignorant to think that Jesus is the only way to God. Many think a life of following Jesus is boring, it's even oppressive. But is that true? Well, here's what Jesus said about these topics in John chapter 10, beginning in verse 7. So again, Jesus said to them, "Truly, truly, I say to you, I am the door of the sheep. All who came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." In verses 1 through 6, Jesus identified himself as the shepherd. But now he has changed the illustration. He says, "I am the door of the sheep." So think about all the metaphors Jesus has used in his teaching. He is the bread. He has said the water, he has said the light, and now he's the door. Now, if you've been with us, you may be wondering, is Jesus kind of crazy? Well, hardly. He was the one thing that their souls had always longed for. And he uses imagery to help his listeners understand that. One aspect of being a shepherd was caring for the sheep, both in the fold and out in the fields. And sometimes they had to travel farther away. So the shepherd would have to make a temporary shelter for the sheep. But this meant the shepherd would turn into the door. He was the gate in and out of the temporary pen. So what's Jesus getting at? Well, Jesus tells us, "I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture." There is only one way to salvation. That's through Jesus Christ. You can't find salvation in Islam, in Buddhism, in Hinduism, spiritualism, or New Ageism, or any other ism out there. It is through Jesus Christ alone. He is the gate. And then in verse 10, we find one of my favorite verses. "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." It is tragically true that there will be false teachers, cult leaders, and cultural influencers who want to draw the lost further away from Jesus. They want to draw you away from Christ. But stay with the shepherd. Stay near the gate, because with him there is abundant life. But what does that really mean? Does that mean riches? Does it mean good health? Does it mean a beach body? Success? Or what is he really talking about? Well, it all goes back to verse 9. They go in and out and find pasture. It's the good life. It goes all the way back to Psalm 23. It says, "The Lord is my shepherd. I will lack nothing that I need." Our shepherd, he makes us find rest in the green pastures. He leads us beside the still water. He guides us through the darkest and most treacherous of valleys, even in the presence of our enemies, in the presence of great threats. We find lasting peace in the presence of the shepherd. Friend, that's the abundant life. That's what Jesus offers us today. Jesus is the gate to God, to peace, to hope, and to rest. There is no other way to the abundant life. If you've never entered in, will you today? If you have, enjoy it. There is no place I'd rather be.